So I'm in the middle of a brake job here. I'm trying to beat the rain actually. The other day my brakes started squealing on the way home, and so I quickly took this apart so I could make sure my brakes were actually the problem. And this one is all the way down to the metal, so definitely a problem. And these are old. They were completely rusted through on that back side. This was the inner pad and this was the outer pad. And so today we're going to be putting some new brake pads on this side, and then I'll take the other side apart and show you how that goes. A lot of people would have these brakes turned at this point because they're kind of rusty and kind of have some lines in them, just a little bit, especially the back where it was metal to metal. But I'm a tightwad, and with these new pads, they'll wear in and it'll work just fine. So I'm not telling you not to get new rotors or have them turned down, but I usually don't switch them out unless they are really, really bad, or I'm getting a lot of vibration from maybe them being warped or something. So we're gonna get these new set of pads on this side, hopefully without getting wet from the rain, and take the other side apart and show you how that goes. So these are the new pads I got mine from O'Reilly's, and I don't think there's a inside and outside. I think they're all the same. So we're gonna put our new sliders in here. They just clip on like that. There we go. These are always a pain to get started. There we go. Get those started. Get the other side started here. It's kind of like a puzzle. You got to get them in the right spot. All right, we got a good wash down from the rain. Back to trying to get this in place on the inside here. Oops, guess it helps if you have it the right direction. Got a little rust buildup keeping it from sliding on nice. I think we're gonna clean this out a little bit. Well, that could be part of the problem. I think I'm putting them in the wrong direction. So there's a thickness difference. Actually, it looks like I got it the right way on top here. I think on the bottom I have it wrong. So one side is thinner than the other. It's thicker back here. So you gotta have the thick part in the back, towards the back, or it's not gonna clip on right. So this one is wrong. That's why I'm having problems. So you have to get the one that has the wider spot here and not here. So the thinner part goes towards the front. I bet this goes a little better now. And get that started. I'll try the bottom first. I think that ear back here is just sticking down a little bit. Yeah. Stopping it from going in. It's always something. There we go. Okay, got those on. Now that I got the pads on, we're gonna push the caliper pistons back. I just want to make sure I have enough room in my brake fluid reservoir that it's not going to overflow, because we'll have a lot of brake fluid. This is how I do it. Hopefully it works on this truck. So this has 2 pistons, so I have to use a piece of steel across them, and we'll just drive them back in. Uh-oh, we're already overflowing. Actually, we're not overflowing. We're just squirting out the reservoir, I think. So I'm going to slow it down a little bit. I put the lid back on. Take our time a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to see if that is enough to go over top of these pads. Nope. So it had a little air trapped in there, so I'm letting a little air get back in there so it can go back in there nicely, because we don't want the rubber coming over top of those pistons when we go to put it on there and pinching a hole in it. So I'm just giving it some space to let some air in there. Okay, now we can push it the rest of the way back in there. There we go. Now we're back in there. Now we're just going to slip it back over our brake pads. Make sure these rubber grommets are in the right place. Okay, now we're going to take our bolts and we're going to put a little grease on them before we shove them in there. All right, it's back together. Let's get the tire back on. Crack these caliper bolts loose. This one down here is not coming loose very easy. Smaller side goes to the front. Just like that. Push our pistons back. Okay, we're getting a little push out here from the having air trapped there, so I'm just gonna take my screwdriver, poke it in there just a little bit. That one looks okay still. Got a little push out down here now. There we go. Okay, we're all the way back. Ready to put it back on. Make sure our little rubber grommets are positioned the right way. Get some grease on my slides here. This has been one of the most straightforward brake jobs I've did in a while. No issues, assuming that my brake lines hold up because they're getting pretty rusty. But this is a 2003 GMC Sierra 2500 HD, so it's getting some years on it. What's nice about these slides, or these bolts, whatever you want to call them, is the threads are only on this part, not down here, so it's just not very likely to get seized up. I pound on them about as many times as it took to get them loose. That's how I torque them, and I usually don't have any problems. But you should probably torque them to the recommended torque spec. And I'm sure you can find that online. We didn't even overflow the reservoir except for that initial squirt out. Got some fluid down there. Other than a test drive, this should be good to go for a long time. So thanks for watching, guys, and until next time, good luck with all your projects.